Shapes is a modulator's dream. It's a collection of Shaper presets, audio effect racks, and instrument racks for Ableton Live 11 Suite, created by Patches and PerforModule. It's a self-installing Ableton Live pack that will open automatically in your packs under Places. It has this beautiful set of lessons that will take you through each individual feature and item inside Shapes. And it also comes with this gorgeous manual to help you get the most out of the Shapes pack. At the heart of this device is Ableton Shaper. This allows you to modulate any parameter inside a Live. And these shapes have been pre-made so you can get really interesting and unique shapes. For instance, I have the Shaper City Skyline. It's designed to look a lot like a real city skyline. I'm going to map it to the filter of this particular device. And we're getting lots of movement now out of the sound. We can change the depth so there's less movement. We can alter where the movement begins from. We can have this sync to our BPM or not. We can change the speed or the length of the shaper that's drawn. And we can shift the phasing of the shaper. Now, as you can see, there are lots of different shapes we can use. There's pulses that give us various pulse waves of different lengths and depths and shapes. There are rises, different types of rising shapes. So this one, for instance, is called tides, and it kind of looks like the shapes of the water, and it rises. And we'll map this again to our frequency here. And you can see the knob is moving in this shape. Well, we can give that a little bit of a jitter with this control, so it's not so smooth. And we can also smooth that out as well. So we can even take the original shape and make it a much smoother shape rather than the more jagged edges that we get here. And there's also a control for the grid. And we can change these as we like as well, so we can modify these shapes, which is pretty cool. So we can see some of the sawtooth waves, the saw blades, very interesting shapes we can use. And silhouettes is actually my favorite because these are more like drawings that have been done. So here's a lightning bolt. This one's called Long Haul. Or we have the dolphin, which may also be a race car. Pretty cool to modulate things in the shape of a dolphin. There are tons of shapes and lots of fun. You can modulate all kinds of parameters using these. We also have shaped audio effect racks. So these are really cool because these combine the Shaper devices as well as some of Live's built-in effects so that you can get some really interesting moving effects. So we'll go through some of these presets here. Powerful distortion right there. We'll check out this one. Let's try wobble. When you open these up, what you're going to find are very deep and complex racks with lots of effects, racks within racks, multiple chains for the dry and the wet, as well as all kinds of effects that are being modulated with Shaper. Let's listen to some of the modulated delay effects. So this is dry. And these macro variations make it really easy to just switch between our effects and the different parameters. And you hear a lot of cool movement in these effects. And something I love to do is just hit the random button and see what we get. There's a set of effects called Special, and these have some really cool effects that don't really fit categories. This one's called Opera House Harbor Waves Noise. So as I play this, we can hear these sort of distant waves, distant surf. Turn up the FX level so you really hear it. And this is all achieved thanks to these shaper devices that are slowly modulating some of our effects within Live. Got active wake. I'm gonna mute my dry signal just so you can hear what's happening here. So in this one, it's really just generating noises, and those noises are being shaped by the devices in here to create some cool rhythms to your sounds. Let's try this one. This one's called Sequenced Resonator. Change the pitch, whether it's major or minor. We're in a major case, so we'll keep that major. Again, very complex setups. We got resonator, we got audio effect racks within racks, different shapes, and more racks inside racks. Delay right here. Really in-depth effects that are a lot of fun within shapes. There's more though. We have shaped instrument racks. So I'm going to drop one of these. Let's go inside the ambient and evolving, and maybe let's pick sand dunes. I'm going to put this on a new track. Click solo, and let's hear what we get. Just holding down a couple notes. Let's try a different preset, stillness. Try a blooming. So you hear some nice movement in there. Let's open it up and see what's inside. And as you've guessed, it's a pretty complex routing, including the shapes device, some erosion, filter delay, and it's got a wavetable in there. There's actually 2 chains of wavetables, and that's where I think we're getting this really quiet arpeggiator that I can turn up over here. It's a gorgeous sound. Little extra grit in there. Arps for harps. Really nice sound. That's just one of the devices. Let's maybe try this one out. Serpens Kish, it's called. Pay attention to the movement. That's really the whole key of this entire pack, is it's going to create movement in your sounds. I'm just holding down a few notes. All kinds of rhythms start coming out. Danger Mouth. And of course, we can always play with the knobs ourselves. And we can hit the random control and make our own presets. Cool. Let's hear what the bass sounds like. Okay, that's pretty cool. You see the motion happening here. That is undoubtedly thanks to our shaper devices. And look at all this stuff that's going on. We could go in here and play with these effects ourselves and change the speed of things. Let's smooth that out if we want. Very cool. Here's one under the cinematic category called Pyramids. Just holding down 2 notes right now. Lots of movement. I love how the knobs are a little bit abstract at times. Bury. So what does bury even mean, right? But it makes you listen with your ears more than it does focusing on, say, just technical parameters. Sometimes we can get too mathematical about things when we're making music. It's nice to have some sort of imagination in here. This one I really love. It's called Yeah, No. Beautiful sound. And that's Shapes by PerforModule and Patches. It's a beautiful collection of modulation effects or just plain modulators with really interesting movements, as well as some really cool, interesting instrument racks. And it's all about movement. It's all about modulation. If you want to add some kind of life to your music, I think Shapes is a great choice.